January 6th, Kenton County Planning Commission special meeting to order. Welcome everybody in attendance. If you'd please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for our invocation, please.
As we, the members of this commission, gather here today, we ask that we're ever mindful of opportunities to render service to our fellow citizens and to our community. Let us continue to strive to make a better world by always keeping in mind the enduring values of life, and let us exert our efforts in those areas upon which future generations may build with confidence. Amen.
Amen. All right, thank you. Mr. Smith, would you call the roll, please?
Certainly. Commissioner Armbruster?
Here.
Commissioner Baumgartner?
Here.
Commissioner Burling?
Here.
Commissioner Dickey?
Here.
Commissioner Bridges?
Here.
Commissioner Darple?
Here.
Commissioner DeAngelis?
Here.
Commissioner Dunham?
Here.
Commissioner France?
Yes.
Commissioner Heydrich? Commissioner Herman?
Yes.
Commissioner James?
Here.
Commissioner Martin?
Here.
Commissioner Flem?
Here.
Commissioner Ryan?
Here.
Commissioner Simpson?
Here.
Commissioner Sketch?
Here.
Commissioner Snyder?
Here.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Here.
Commissioner Wickman? We have a quorum.
All right, thank you very much. Before we get going, I need to cover some just general meeting procedures. There are two exits from the room, the main door that you came in, as well as an emergency exit door down that alcove over there. Under normal circumstances, please leave the room by the door through which you entered. In an emergency, please use whichever exit is closest. There's a staircase located just outside the exit doors to the first floor. Fire codes prohibit blocking doors or aisles. Restrooms are located outside the main doors. Food or drinks are not permitted in the public section of this room. And please turn off your cell phone or set it to vibrate so as to not interrupt our proceedings. If you wish to speak on a matter, you must register by signing up at the back table. You can decide later if you want to speak. The chair will also poll the audience for anyone wishing to speak on the matter. Only those individuals who have registered to speak will be allowed to comment. When the chair calls your name, please come forward to the lectern and state your name and address for the record. Thank you. Commissioners, you have the agenda in front of you. Any changes? If not, we'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll make a motion we accept the agenda as it stands.
First by Commissioner Snyder, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ryan. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. You have the December 4th, 2025 regular meeting minutes in front of you. I know that there were two minor clarifications provided by Commissioner Bridges that were circulated. One was the reference that Taylor Mill Road was a 4-lane roadway.
No, I was just questioning that it was called a minor arterial road. That didn't seem correct, but I've been told somehow it is.
It is, so that should not be changed. So that is
Should
a
not be
minor
changed.
arterial roadway. Yeah, that is a little surprising. And then the other one was a clarification with, remember we had the text amendments. Let me find your change. It's on
Page 22.
22. You have that in front of you all. Got it. Where it talks about, you are right above public comments there. The paragraph that starts with, "It was confirmed" for Commissioner Sketch. In that last sentence, it's Commissioner Bridges proposed that it say, "Not comply before July 1, 2026. Any regulations to the contrary will be unenforceable," instead of "the regulation." So I have no issue with that change. And if there's any discussion, if not, we could entertain a motion to accept the minutes with that change.
So moved.
Here's the first by Commissioner Bridges, second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ryan. Any discussion? If not, Mr. Smith, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Bridges?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryan?
Yes.
Commissioner Armbruster?
Yes.
Commissioner Baumgartner,
Yes.
Commissioner Burling,
Abstain.
Commissioner Dickey.
Yes.
I think we would abstain if,
It was a trick question
No.
for as a new member.
Commissioner Darple,
Abstain.
Commissioner DeAngelis,
Abstain.
Commissioner Dunham,
Yes.
Commissioner France,
Yes.
Commissioner Herman,
Yes.
Commissioner James,
Yes.
Commissioner Martin,
Abstain.
Commissioner Flim's abstaining, Commissioner Simpson,
Abstain.
Commissioner Sketch,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Vaughn.
Yes.
Minutes are approved.
All right, thank you. Next item of business, we have our fiscal year 2025 audit report. We have Mr. John Chamberlain, our auditor here. Mr. Chamberlain, thanks for coming. Thanks in advance for all your hard work.
All right, thank you very much. See if I can make the IT work. I did. I feel very accomplished. Good evening. My name is John Chamberlain. I'm a CPA and partner at Chamberlain Owning Company, and we're a CPA firm out of Erlanger that audits special governmental entities and nonprofit organizations. And we appreciate the opportunity to do the work again this year for the Kenton County Planning Commission. I'll do a little slide presentation. Should give a good overview of the financial statements without having to entertain you with my rendition of the financial statements themselves. First of all, I'd like to start off by thanking Nicole and Josh and their team for entertaining us while we were here. They take really good care of us. Nicole can attest that we are pretty annoying and we ask for a lot of things. And so we do appreciate her, and she does a phenomenal job for the organization and keeping all of your funds in the right buckets, that type of thing. Start off, we've given what's called an unmodified opinion, meaning that there are no modifications required to the opinion. And what that means is that when we've completed all of our audit procedures, we feel like your financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the Kenton County Planning Commission in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles in the United States. And that's the highest and best opinion that we give. Every governmental audit includes a review of your internal controls. We like to make sure that your riskiest assets are protected. For this organization, that's your cash position, your revenues in, expenditures out the door, and then your financial reporting. And we believe that the organization has no significant deficiencies or material weaknesses in internal control that we're required to report. So that's a good thing. That's what you want. And as part of every governmental audit, we do also review compliance with Kentucky revised statutes and any other items that you may have compliance issues with. And we had no issues of non-compliance to report as well. Let's look at some cash and cash reserve positions here. In 2025, you had an unreserved cash balance of $22,000, $565,000 of reserve cash balance. The yellow is your 3 months of operating cash expense. The Government Finance Officers Association recommends somewhere between 3 and 6 months of cash on hand to cover your next 3 months. And you see there, you do meet that by about $100,000, $113,000. So you have your cash position is solid. I do want to say that your cash position, you notice your unrestricted cash dropped from about $300,000 last year to $22,000 this year. So I wanted to address that and show you that that's not as big a problem as maybe it looks like in this slide. Let's hit that next slide. So there's 3 underlying numbers on this slide each year for 24 and for 25. And you see, you can see where the cash position dropped from 300 to 22,000. But if you look at the other underlying numbers, the accounts receivable from related parties, that's from PDS, and then the accounts payable to related parties. And then when you sum those 3 numbers up, they're all directly related. You see last year's number sums to somewhere around $27,000 out, and this year's sums about $64,000 out. And that's the real change. That $40,000 or $30,000 in change, $37,000 is really the change. That $280,000 drop in cash is really just a reflection of timing differences in accounts receivable and accounts payable. So I didn't want you to see that number and have our collective heads explode that you had a $280,000 drop in cash. But when your receivables and your payables change like that, those all work in concert with each other, and that makes perfect sense, especially for this organization and the way you do business. See there, your total revenues coming in the door of $1.879 million. Total expenditures out the door of $1.889 million. Revenues were $1.78 last year, so slightly higher, about $103,000 increase. The PDS contribution up about $109,000 compared to the prior year. Expenditures of $1.89 million compared to $1.75 million in the prior year, $140,000 increase. PDS fees up about $134,000, and then also increases in professional services, insurance, and commission expense. Revenues by function. You see there again total revenues of $1.879 million, about a 5.8% increase. About $1.7 million of that comes from a PDS contractual contribution, so almost 7% increase in this year compared to last. Planning and zoning fees down, I think it's $88, so very, very level, $143,000. And then interest expense down as the interest rates have dropped a little bit on your cash accounts, down about 13%, or maybe about $5,000. Expenditures by function, right at $1.889 million, about an 8% increase in expenditures. PDS expenditures for staff services right at $1.8 million, about an 8% increase. Professional fees about $37,000, about almost 2% increase. Insurance at $17.9 thousand, about a 10% increase. And commission expense about a 2% increase. Administrative costs about a 24% increase cost. And then we've been following your fund balance for several years. We just want to point that out, that even with a $10,000 loss this year, your fund balance right at about $553,000 compared to $564,000 in the prior year. So solid fund balance for the organization. You continue to have a healthy fund balance for the organization. That concludes what we want to say here. Again, an unmodified opinion on your financial statements, no significant deficiencies or material weaknesses in internal control, and no issues of noncompliance. Any questions or anything that I can answer regarding the financial statements?
Any questions for Mr. Chamberlain? Hearing none. This is a great presentation. I really appreciate your professionalism. You've got a great reputation of what you do. And I appreciate that you're very efficient with this, but really highlighted the important items that really I was hoping you would touch on. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Did you have something, Mr. Doyle? You want to say?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. No actions required on that, right? Okay. We should. Set no action on it. Okay. So we do need to have an action item to accept the audit. We'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion, we accept the audit.
First by Commissioner Snyder.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ryan. Any discussion? Should we do roll call? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so that is approved. Thank you. We have reports of receipts and expenditures before you. Any questions? There's a report of, there is a vote on that one. If no questions on that one, I entertain a motion to approve the report of receipts and expenditures.
Make a motion to accept the receipts and expenditures.
First by Commissioner Ryan,
Second.
second by Commissioner Snyder. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that is approved. Report of last month's actions by staff, subdivision plat letters, stage 2 updates. Any questions? There's a report of last month's actions by legislative bodies on that. And those 2 items on that list were just a reminder, the Corporex project where there was the rezoning from business park to multifamily residential. KCPC recommended favorably. Erlanger City Council action approved it. And then there was a text amendment related to that project. We recommended favorable, and the Erlanger City Council also approved that. All right, that brings us to file number PC-25-0010-PF, Ludlow Public Facility Review. The applicant is Robert Emmett Hayes and Associates, per Amy Sanders, on behalf of the Ludlow Independent Schools. The location is 479 Victoria Street and 77, is it Adela? Is that it's pronounced Adela Avenue in Ludlow. The request is a public facility review per KRS 100.324 and KRS 147.680. The applicant proposes to construct a 9,820 square foot indoor practice facility with associated parking and pedestrian areas. Mr. Vidakovich.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Happy New Year. My name is Andy Vidakovich with staff. As the chair stated, this is a public facility review. As a reminder, KRS 100 requires the Planning Commission to review public facilities. However, your decision is not binding on the applicant. It is only an advisory recommendation based on compliance with the comprehensive plan. So the site is located in Ludlow, which is within the urban sub-area of Direction 2030, or excuse me, not Direction 2030, the Kenton County Comprehensive Plan. The site is located on the corner of Adela Avenue between Victoria Street and Mayfield. It is approximately a half-acre site. This is another look at the site. What I wanted to point out here from this aerial photograph, let me pull up my laser pointer, is this is the site we're looking at here, and the proximity to the school and the existing athletic facility. I went a little bit too far. So this is the school here, and then the school's district's athletic facility is located what would be to the north of the site. So this is the existing conditions on the site. There are currently several shipping containers that are used for storage. There is also a maintenance building on the site that will be removed. And what is being proposed is an indoor practice facility. It's approximately 9,800 square feet. There will be 6 off-street parking spaces and on-site pedestrian, let me go back, on-site pedestrian access to the adjacent sidewalks as well. This is looking southeast at the site, so this is the existing maintenance building that will be removed. And then this is looking northeast at the site. So again, this is the adjacent building, and you can see some of the existing shipping containers. The site, as well as the surrounding area, is zoned residential, a very dense residential zone. Existing land use is indicative of urban mixed-use environment. Again, a mixture of residential, commercial, office, and institutional uses. And the streets directly adjacent to the site are local streets. Elm Street, which is a block away, which is Route 8, that's the main thoroughfare through Ludlow, is an arterial street. The comprehensive plan identifies the site for mixed uses. As you can see, the existing athletic facility to the north of the site is also mixed use, and majority of the area along Elm Street, including the existing school, is also identified for mixed uses. And then the rest of the area is identified for higher density residential. The site is within the 100-year floodplain. And staff did review the comprehensive plan and finds that it is consistent with the comprehensive plan. This is just the state statute which authorizes the Planning Commission to hear and make a recommendation on public facilities. And then this is the statute which states that the school board is exempt from zoning regulations. So staff is giving this a favorable recommendation. As I stated previously, staff finds that it is consistent with the goals, objectives, and recommendations of the comprehensive plan. As we do with all public facilities, even though this is exempt from zoning regulations, we do recommend that the project try to meet the zoning requirements to the maximum extent practical regarding lighting, signage, screening, things of that nature. And also in this particular case, the flood hazard regulations of the zoning ordinance as well. So that concludes my presentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right, any questions for Mr. Vidakovich? Yeah, Mr.
So,
France.
with it being in the floodplain, does the first floor elevation need to be above that flood level, or can it be below it?
Yeah, so there are, what I would say, because I'm not exactly familiar with the floodplain regulations, but there are requirements like that they will have to meet, even though the local floodplain regulations are in the part of the zoning ordinance, they still need to get a permit from the state floodplain coordinator and meet all of the requirements through that process.
Mr. Vidakovich, I know it was the future land use map was for mixed use, and each jurisdiction seems to, a lot of them define mixed use a little differently there. I mean, what does that connote there?
Sure, so in this particular case, it's a mixture of residential, commercial, and office uses, so it's not specific to, mixed-use buildings. It's just kind of more of a flex type of designation.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Just one for
Commissioner Ryan?
for Andy. Andy, we don't really see follow-up on these public facilities to the extent that, in your mind, or what you've seen, do they kind of try to comply with the local regulations to some of the standards?
Sure. I think it kind of depends. I think every project is unique. I think most public facilities kind of do put a good faith effort to meet the standards regarding like screening and landscaping, but they obviously have the ability to do different things with signage and, off-street parking requirements, stuff like that too. So that's my general sense.
Thank you.
Thank you, good question. Anyone else?
Just
Yeah,
quickly to follow
Commissioner
up on
Sketch.
that, they're only exempt from the zoning, and they're not exempt from any of the other regulations. SD1,
Correct. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So they'll still need to meet SD1's requirements, any state floodplain coordinator, building code, all other requirements.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, thank you. Do we have the sign-in list for that? Thank you. All right, signed in here, we have Joe Hayes with Ludlow Schools Architect and Jason Steffen with Ludlow Schools. So I don't know, I'd like to hear from either or both of you all on behalf of the applicant.
I don't have anything further.
Okay.
I just signed the research question.
Sure, okay. Anyone else? All right, so they both indicated that they're here to answer questions, but don't need to say anything further. Any need to ask any questions of the applicant? All right, thanks for being here. All right, we don't have anyone else signed up, no one else to speak, so we'll recess the public hearing for discussion among commissioners. No issues here. I thought those are some good clarifications, especially on the flood issue. I have no problem with it. Let's see, we'll return to the public hearing. Any clarifications by the commission's staff or the applicant needed? If not, we'll close the public hearing and we'll entertain a motion. Mr. Smith, the standard on this is whether or not we believe it's in conformance with the comprehensive plan. I mean, that's the
Correct.
the standard, so that's the ultimate finding, though. Okay, our Ludlow representative, Mr. France, would you like to make the motion?
Yes, so I would move that we find Ludlow Independent Schools application for a indoor practice and training facility to be and compliant with the comprehensive plan, meeting the constraints within KRS statutes 100 and 147. And is
Based on
presented
the
by our
staff.
staff report and as presented this evening by the staff.
All right, we have first by Commissioner France, second by Commissioner Darple. Any discussion? Mr. Smith, would you call the roll?
Commissioner France?
Yes.
Commissioner Darple?
Yes.
Commissioner DeAngelis?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner Herman?
Yes.
Commissioner Janes?
Yes.
Commissioner Martin?
Yes.
Commissioner Flem?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryan?
Yes.
Commissioner Simpson?
Yes.
Commissioner Sketch?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Yes.
Commissioner Armbruster?
Yes.
Commissioner Baumgartner?
Yes.
Commissioner Burling?
Yes.
Commissioner Dickey?
Yes.
And Commissioner Bridges.
Yes.
It is approved.
All right, thank you very much. Best of luck with the project. We appreciate you being here. All right, next order of business is our public hearings portion. We have just one public hearing this evening. It's file number PC-25-0013-TX, Covington Text Amendment. The applicant is the City of Covington, per Caitlin Bryan, Regulatory Services and Historic Preservation Manager. The request is a proposed text amendments to the Covington Neighborhood Development Code. One, allowing changeable copy as a part of the principal detached sign within the AUC, Auto Urban Commercial District. And two, adding a formula for the measurement of sign illumination.
Good evening.
Remind me again, our newest staff member.
Hello,
your
yes.
last name again?
Good evening. I'm Kayla Barber
Oh.
with PDS staff, and for the record. As you stated, this proposal is for two text amendments to the Covington Neighborhood Development Code. The first to allow changeable copy as a principal detached sign type within the Auto Urban Commercial District, and the second to add a formula for calculating the distance at which sign illumination shall be measured. In 2020, the City of Covington adopted a new zoning ordinance, the Neighborhood Development Code, which includes new text and a new official zoning map. And Section 413.4 of the NDC outlines the allowable permanent sign types and the standards that apply to such. The NDC also outlines the allowable foot candle brightness of an illuminated sign, which is currently 0.3 foot candles of light over ambient light conditions. Here's a table highlighting the allowed permanent detached signs. Currently, changeable copy signs are allowed in the suburban office district, but not within the auto urban commercial district. So the proposed amendment to allow automatic changeable copy is part of a detached principal sign with up to 25% of the sign face. That matches what's currently allowed in the SO district, and under current regulations, the AUC district allows for detached signs, permanent entrance signs, wall signs, and window signs. The second proposed amendment is to add a formula to calculate the appropriate distance to measure sign illumination, which is the square root of the total sign square footage times 100. And currently, there is not an established distance by which illumination measurements shall be taken. And this equation comes from recommendations published by the International Sign Association. Here's a little example, not to scale, of this formula in play for the maximum square footage allowed currently is 25 square feet. So using this formula, the illumination would be taken at a 50-foot distance. KRS states the allowable content of zoning regulations, which cities and counties may enact. And staff finds this recommendation favorable. We feel it's appropriate and reasonable. It's consistent with what's permitted in other similar character districts. It provides clarification for the current foot candle limits, and the City of Covington does already have the equipment to measure the foot candle brightness. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, any questions?
I have a question. So do you have an example that would be familiar to most of us of a suburban office versus the auto urban commercial? Because obviously at some point, the changeable copy was allowed in one but not the other. Do you have any history or context for that?
I would like to refer that to Caitlin, who's our applicant here, if you don't mind. She'd probably be a little more familiar than I am. But the two zones do seem to be in very similar areas throughout town. And I think there's probably, some good comparisons that she could offer. Welcome.
All right. Any other questions? All right, thank you, very
Thank you.
helpful. I have just one person signed up to speak, our applicant, Caitlin Bryan, City of Covington. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Caitlin Bryan. I'm the Regulatory Services Manager and Historic Preservation Officer. Do you want me to go ahead and start off and answer that question?
Hey,
from
it's a
Ms.
great
Flynn?
idea, yeah.
Sure. So the SO zone, that's kind of in this area, a little bit further south around St. Elizabeth. Those detached signs are usually like institutional type signs. The reason that we wanted to add changeable copy back to the AUC zone is that area that might come to mind is what we kind of call hamburger heaven up near the river. So it's where all of our gas stations and our fast food restaurants are. And so by them not being allowed currently, they can't get new signs and new businesses cannot erect new signs. So it already fits the context of the AUC, it's just simply not allowed.
Very helpful. Any other questions? Was there anything else you wanted to add? I know we led with that, but.
I don't think so, other than we just wanted to be consistent with measuring the lighting across all of the districts, just because downtown is a lot more different than being out in Latonia, and we just want to make sure that we're treating everyone the same when we're measuring those signage lights.
I know Mr. Burley, Mr. Sketch, our engineers here got really excited to see the formula on there. I loved it. So thanks for giving them that this evening. I appreciate that. Any questions for Ms. Bryan? Well, thank you.
Thank you all.
Right. Okay. So we don't have anyone else signed up to speak. We'll recess the public hearing for discussion among commissioners. Thoughts? Very straightforward, it seems. It's a great question, Commissioner Flynn. I was wondering, trying to get a feel for that myself, so thank you. We will return to public hearing. Any clarifications needed from staff or the applicant? If not, we'll close the public hearing and we'll entertain a motion. One of our City of Covington reps like to make the motion?
I'll make the motion.
All right.
With reference to PC 250013, I'd like to move to approve the text amendment based on the facts and considerations contained in the staff report and based on the testimony of staff.
All right, that was first by Commissioner Simpson. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner DeAngelis. Any further discussion? If not, Mr. Smith, would you call the roll?
Certainly. Commissioner Simpson?
Yes.
Commissioner DeAngelis?
Yes.
Commissioner Dunham?
Yes.
Commissioner France?
Yes.
Commissioner Herman?
Yes.
Commissioner James?
Yes.
Commissioner Martin?
Yes.
Commissioner Flem?
Yes.
Commissioner Ryan?
Yes.
Commissioner Sketch?
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder?
Yes.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Yes.
Commissioner Armbruster?
Yes.
Commissioner Baumgartner?
Yes.
Commissioner Burling?
Yes.
Commissioner Dickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Bridges?
Yes.
Commissioner Darple?
Yes.
And the text amendment is approved.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, that was the only public hearing item we had on our agenda. We've got reports from committees. Executive, the only thing I'll add is, we had, at our last month's meeting, we had the technology challenge. And it was just kind of a perfect storm. We had, the overflow crowd, and normally we have them in this training and ops room with the technology in there, but that was being utilized, so we had to set up down the hall in a room where they're less, our audiovisual experts are less familiar with some of the connectivity there. And it's less user-friendly. So we had a delay in the start of the meeting of about 45 minutes because of that. I just want to let you know that we've talked with staff, who's talked with fiscal court, who's our landlord here, and they're collaborating on ways in which we can assure ourselves that that's not gonna happen again. Certainly, you know, we can't have AV experts here at every single meeting, but, you know, when we have these larger meetings with the overflow set up, you know, the hope would be that there would be technology staff there to help with that piece of it. And, yeah, so that was a bit of a challenge. I do know that I heard from multiple members of the public, interested stakeholders, that they were frustrated with the meeting and felt like that the audiovisual delay perhaps could have impacted the mood in the crowd. I don't know I don't believe that that was the case. I don't think it influenced the vote, but it certainly wasn't ideal. And you know, December is a busy month just with holidays and travel and stuff. And we had we only had 12 of our 20 members here, and which is a rarity. And many of the folks who missed have perfect attendance otherwise, or close there to it. It just was kind of a perfect storm there. But I did hear consistently from multiple members who reached out to me that they were bothered by that there wasn't a greater attendance at that meeting. And so I point that out. Look, I've worked with you guys for quite a while, and I know that we don't have an attendance problem. This was just a December meeting and just a bad set of facts, but I pointed out simply to let you know that people do notice this, and it does and can have an impact on the perception of, you know, the effectiveness of what we do here. So I would just take that for what it's worth and be aware of that. That's all I have on the executive side of things. Direction 2030 implementation.
We have not been meeting for the past couple of months, but we do have a meeting on Tuesday. We're going to get an update of the housing study and also an update on the benchmarks that we are attempting to establish regarding the housing study and everything, actually all of the comprehensive.
Thanks, Commissioner Simpson. Subdivision review.
We did not meet.
Okay.
Nothing to report.
Z21.
Nothing to report.
All right. Reports from commission members. Reports from legal counsel.
Nothing to report.
Reports or announcement from staff. Nothing.
Really?
On general correspondence, we have no general correspondence.
Let's make this a trend for 2026.
We do. Andy, you are always efficient and you bring important stuff to us, so you don't listen to that. They're just joking. Kind. On item of new business, we have the election of our 2026 officers per our commission bylaws. We have a report from the nominations committee.
Yes, after polling most everybody, there was a couple people I didn't get. Everybody was nominating Brian as chair, Paul as vice chair, and Phil as treasurer. And if you guys accept that nomination, that's what the ballot will be, unless we have anybody that wants to nominate themselves tonight from the floor. Anybody's interested in a position?
I'm fine continuing to serve.
May as well.
Same here.
Okay.
All right, then, do we have to just do a call? Roll call?
Yeah, we should go ahead and vote on the current slate, keep the current slate for the
Do we
updated.
do it by acclamation, or do we have to send it out?
We can do it by acclamation.
Okay.
Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the slate as it stands, with Brian Dunham as the chair, Paul Darville as the vice chair, Phil Ryan as the treasurer.
I'll second.
Second, was that Commissioner Burling?
Yes.
Yeah, second by Commissioner Burling. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
Thanks for serving, guys.
Yes,
Yes,
it's-
thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's see, public comments? Anybody in the public have any comments? No? All right, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
First by Commissioner Snyder, second by Commissioner Darpole. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Turn off your computers and put them up.